Imagine this. You go to sleep in your home. In your city. With your family just a few streets away. And when you wake up, there is a wall. Not a small wall, but a massive concrete barrier, cutting your world into two. No warning. No goodbye. No second chance. This wasn't a dream. This was life. Behind the Berlin Wall. Before 1961, Berlin was a city full of life. People moved freely. Children played in the streets. Friends visited each other without fear. Daniel and Lucas were just two normal boys. They laughed together. Played football in the same dusty street. Shared dreams of growing up, traveling the world. They didn't know that one night would change everything. Because after World War II, Germany had already been divided. And tensions between East and West were growing. People in East Germany were escaping to the West. Searching for freedom, better lives, hope. The government saw this as a threat. So they made a decision. Not to open doors, but to build a wall. On August 13, 1961, soldiers appeared overnight. Barbed wire stretched across streets. Roads were blocked. Train lines were cut. Families woke up confused. What is happening? Within hours, Berlin was split. Daniel stood at the edge of the barrier, searching for Lucas. But he couldn't cross. On the other side, Lucas stood too. Both boys staring at each other. Separated by soldiers, fear, and silence. They didn't wave. They didn't shout. They just looked. Because somehow, they both understood. Life would never be the same again. Years passed. The temporary barrier became the Berlin Wall. A massive concrete structure with watchtowers, guards, and death zones. Daniel grew up. But not freely. In East Berlin, life was controlled. Schools didn't just teach education. They taught loyalty. The government decided what was right. And what was dangerous. Daniel learned early. Don't talk too much. Don't trust too easily. Don't question authority. The Stasi watched everything. People disappeared without explanation. Neighbors whispered. But never too loudly. Even inside homes. People were careful. Because walls had ears. Daniel's father once said quietly, "Freedom isn't just about leaving a place. It's about being able to think without fear." That sentence stayed with Daniel forever. Studio Microphone, Part 4, The Weight of Separation 6:30 to 8:30. Daniel never forgot Lucas. Every year, on his birthday, he would stand near the wall. Hoping. Just hoping. That somehow, Lucas would be there too. Sometimes he saw shadows. Sometimes voices carried across the wind. But never clearly. Meanwhile, life in West Berlin moved forward. Lights, music, freedom. So close. Yet completely unreachable. Daniel's mother kept an old photo hidden. Him and Lucas as children. Smiling. Free. She would look at it in silence. Then hide it again. Because even memories could be dangerous. By the time Daniel turned 24, something inside him changed. Fear was still there. But the desire for freedom was stronger. He had heard stories. People digging tunnels for months. Families hiding in secret compartments. Some even building balloons to fly over the wall. Many failed. Some never returned. But Daniel made a choice. He would try. Not just for himself. But for the life he never got to live. 4 months. Daniel observed everything. Guard shifts. Searchlights. Patrol patterns. Every movement mattered. One mistake would mean death. He found a weak point near an abandoned building. A place where the shadows were just a little deeper. He waited for the right night. Cold. Quiet. Dark. The kind of night where even fear feels louder. That night, Daniel stood in the shadows. Heart racing. Hands shaking. This was it. He ran. Fast. Silent. Focused. The wall grew closer. Freedom, just meters away. Suddenly, a spotlight. A voice shouted. Halt. Time froze. Daniel didn't stop. Gunshots echoed through the night. Everything went silent. Years later, in 1989, something incredible happened. The Berlin Wall fell. People flooded the streets. Strangers hugged each other. Families reunited after decades. Tears, laughter, disbelief. The impossible had finally happened. The wall that once divided millions was gone. No wall lasts forever. But the pain it causes lives on. The Berlin Wall wasn't just concrete and steel. It was fear, separation, control, and most importantly, it was a reminder that freedom is never guaranteed. It must be valued, protected, and never taken for granted.